Chapter 3 Driver Training. General driver operator training programs will conduct a battalion level above the installation of the command below the battalion size. For example, the Army National Guard, the U.S. Army Reserve operating training will conduct at the highest level possible. The course will be geared specifically toward the safe and legal operation of the Army motor vehicles and off of the installation. Course of the topic will include listed Appendix B as well as relevant information in AR 5529, AR 195. 385-40, 385-55, AR 672-74, AR 735-11, DA PAM 738 and 750, Field Manual 21305, Field Manual 21306. The courses must successfully complete and entered in the DA Form 348 before the issuance of the SF Standard Forms 46. The local commander may accept the personnel whose records should completion of similar classroom through all parts of the training. However, all vehicle operators must receive documented instruction, local policy, procedures, hazard relationship, traffic safety on the installation. Suitable training areas will provide a supported driver training mission. The choice of the training and availability of the facilities will depend on the size, the location, the installation, the degree of the certification training program guidelines of establishing these facilities contained in Field Manual 2117, Field Manual 5530, TB 600, Technical Bulletin 600-1, Technical Bulletin 600-2, ARs 38. 385-55 and Field Manual 21305. Whenever possible, the motor vehicle driving training should be supervised motor vehicle transportation personnel. The commissioned officer, warning officer, non-commissioned officer responsible for operating the training will supervise and selection training of the instruction in accordance with the evaluation criteria in Field Manual 21 and Field Manual 5530. 3.2. The tactical vehicle driver training. The minimum standards of selecting the training and testing licensing Army motor vehicle operators are contained with the Army Regulation. Field Manual 5530, Field Manual 21305, AR 385-55. Appropriate soldier manuals. Minimum standards of selecting training and testing licensing Army combat vehicles operated are contained with the Regulation. Field Manual 2117. Appropriate soldiers manual. Criteria for selecting and training of the testing licensing mechanical ground support equipment operative contained in the Regulation Technical Bulletin 600-1, 600-2. Before the application takes place at the local and road test on the vehicle he or she will operate, the application will require to complete the basic driver training program, tactical vehicle, or be school trained as a tactical vehicle driver. The best tactical vehicle driving course should be included in the instruction basic military driving subjects and sample vehicle training courses outlined in Appendix B. 3.3 Emergency Vehicle Training, Vehicle Driver Training. A driver applicant who is certified with driving emergency vehicles will require to complete emergency vehicle driver training before taking the road test in the vehicle he or she will operate. The emergency vehicle training and should include the instruction subjects of the sample of the training and courses outlined in Appendix C. For the mechanical ground support equipment training, the commanders will take advantage of Army service schools of the training operated mechanical ground support equipment identified with the paragraph 6.1 and requesting the school quota in accordance with DA PAMS 351-4. Commanders without school quotas may request technical assistance to establish training procedures in accordance with the AR 704. Commanders conducting unit training will use the Technical Bulletin 601 and 602, appropriate as the TM Soldier Manual developed training as with each type of equipment. 3.5 Specialized Training. The specified driver operating training required by initial installation activity commanders of the outer tactical emergency vehicles conducted no lower than a battalion level in accordance with the training guidelines between the respective mission and components. 3.6 Retraining. The unit commander supervises Army civilian contractor personnel will require retaining of the vehicle driver, the equipment operator, the warranted accident record, training needs, and other reasons the operating performance deteriorates. Records are not available to establish proof of operator's successful completion of the prescribed test. Completion competency appears to be impaired physical defects of the condition or other limitation. 5. The individual fails the annual operation performance evaluation. B. Upon completion of the prescribed training, the retraining individual will be administered the appropriate qualification and certification and the qualified road testing examiner based on the critical task pertinent to the vehicle or equipment. Chapter 4 Driving, Testing, and Station Teams.